to another playthrough by Perigi, and today we have a really exciting one for you. A barn burner. It is brand new from GMT Games, Baltic Empires. The Northern Wars, 1558 to 1721. This is history come to life in a part of the world that my family and my wife's family are originally from, so I was really excited when I found out this was in production and pledged for it right away. It is designed by Brian Asklev and features a lot of diplomacy, negotiation, combat, area control, resource management, and maybe one of the most beautiful maps in all of wargaming. It is an impressive production, and I can't wait to see it in action. Convinced a few other friends to join in for an all-dayer tomorrow. I'm going to be taking on the role of the Prussians, who are definitely the underdog, the least favored, and potentially the weakest of all the factions. But oftentimes, the best way to learn how a game plays is to take that underdog faction and try to make something happen with it. I'm really looking forward to this one. Can't wait to get it on the table, and we'll see how it goes. And of course, if you enjoy content like this, a like on the video, a subscription to the channel, and sharing it with a friend is so appreciated. Really helps the channel out, but also does get some of these games that I'm covering out into the public view where I believe they belong. So at long last, Baltic Empires set up. You can see, despite some commentary that it is a bit of a confusing map to read, there just really is not many games that have this incredible amount of attention to detail in the art and just visually so striking. You have the starting setup for the Northern War scenario, 5-player game using the fancy side of the hegemony track. And as I'm playing Prussia, here's the starting situation in the Northern War scenario for the underdog Prussians. You have Brandenburg under royal control, as well as Königsberg. These are the only two provinces to start the game in royal control, except for Stockholm, I believe. So definitely a small advantage in terms of getting more goods on the board right away. But as you can see, surrounded by Poland, very limited ability to go west unless I make some common cause with the red Danes over there. Poland has a ton of land under its control, but kind of disparate and mostly grain. So I think their strategy probably has to be to do a lot of maritime trade. Russia is just enormous and has a lot on the board, but I think they're going to run into religious difference problems, and that's going to make it more expensive for them to produce. Sweden starts in a great position hegemony-wise, but I think them and Denmark are going to become quickly into conflict along with Russia. So I think my strategy here has to be to try and create common cause with at least the Danes, use that status of vassal with Poland to make sure they don't attack me until I choose to stab them in the back. Basically just ride it out and let everybody else beat themselves up so that I can sneak in the back door with the win. Hopefully nobody overheard my plans. We're getting going here. So playing today, we've got Eloi, we've got Guillaume, we've got Richard,
Sweden power.
we got Greg,
Ahoy, hoy.
and me, of course. I just finished my production phase and I bought a card, which I think is the right play, as well as put a cavalry unit in Brandenburg.
How about this guy? Klaus Larson Fleming, who will make my boats cheaper. Not that I have that much interest in boats, but I see a couple of Danish boats over here that could cause me trouble later on, and I only have one, so.
And how does Denmark, Norway feel about this?
No comment.
I'm thinking about buying a fort.
Oh.
After just spamming infantry onto the map, you don't have enough military.
So yes, so I basically just bought a bunch of troops in order to take over the war.
Very Russian of you. So first I have to attack, right? So I'm attacking with an infantry and a cavalry against a fortress.
Okay.
So we all roll simultaneously.
But you bribed this guy? Or?
Yeah, I bribed him.
With
I
a
paid
card?
with
Or?
one payment.
Okay.
With
got
one.
a
At
special
the end
ability?
of the turn, if the
Oh.
infantry is you're not gonna control. If the,
Correct.
another
I
turn,
need him to die.
I need
No.
him to die.
Yeah, I want him to die.
Okay.
That's why I bought him.
No?
Yeah, you could just move it out.
All right, so
Fortress has one hit.
one hit for the fortress and one hit for the cavalry.
But cavalry is not hit for fortress.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
By Star Wars des Russes.
No.
So Russia attacking into Riga. Russia first move.
Okay.
3 hits.
Yeah, I think they're dead. All right, so already Poland going after Russia in Riga. 2 against.
Ouais,
5.
Comment tabarnak.
Oh, wow, let's go.
C'est ça.
Let's go, Eloi.
C'est quoi cette affaire?
One hit.
Hit.
Un
3
gros
hits.
hit.
3 hits.
Comment ça, 3?
Ouais,
Parce que
ça
c'est
compte
polonais.
Oh, ça
Poland.
compte 3?
Double
They
hits
found
on the
they just
swords.
died,
Oh, wow.
before
Yeah.
they go.
No, it's a simultaneous.
Simultaneous
Okay.
rolls.
And you have 2 rounds.
Yeah. Miss. 1 hit, 2 hits.
2 hits.
So you lose
Fuck.
3 guys, you lose 2 guys.
Yeah. All right, so
So
the
rendu là,
literal
Ouais,
fourth
dans
battle
la
of this
bataille,
turn.
parce que c'est un point
Here.
de victoire.
Ouais, je sais.
An
il y a un
aggressive
attaque.
independent invasion.
Si t'avais
From
pris notre place,
the
j'aurais-
Stockholm.
Evil Denmark
Ouais,
against
ouais,
poor
ouais, pour le
innocent
casque,
Sweden.
Moi, j'en ai
Parce
2.
que moi, quand je conquérais une nouvelle place, ça finit en royal.
Ouais.
Comme ça.
Hey, le trou est pas assez gros, là. Je peux juste en mettre un à la fois.
Hey, vous laissez pogner ça? Là?
Hit.
Ils se
Miss.
battent contre qui, là?
Miss.
Non, mais j'ai un deal, là.
So, dead.
J'achète sur un bois.
Et vous battez pourquoi, là? Il y a comme...
Il a fait une invasion ici avec un indépendant. Like, for no reason. Boats there. So that happens first, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So resolve naval battles. So, ship of the
Les
line.
Russes vont tellement être forts, c'est terrible pour les Russes.
Okay.
C'est ma job, là, c'est ça?
Miss.
De chialer contre
And
lui.
I'm adjacent to
On
a
va faire
fortress.
un engin de ressources.
Of your own?
Ah, ici,
So,
je
double hit. Oh, here.
What? J'étais juste comme, ok, man.
No!
Genre, je fais juste comme c'est le seul endroit où je veux
Je pensais
ride.
pas
You
que t'allais
killed
faire
my
autant de
plan.
hits. Dans ma tête, je faisais un
Ah.
That's what it's gonna be. We're going here.
Ah, ça va,
Oh, whoa, there's a border there.
Oh!
Damn
Damn it.
Je pense que toi,
Sinon, j'ai
ton
une grosse
danger,
armée
c'est
là,
que
puis c'est
les
bas.
ressources vont monter
I'm
vraiment
really okay. Well, these guys.
par rapport aux miennes. J'ai
Yeah,
besoin
these
de
guys.
calmer.
Oh, it's also.
Puis moi, c'est vraiment.
So after
No.
that turn,
You're not going
Sweden went
next.
from the military hegemon
Just forgot.
all the way down to 2.
That's okay. Swedes have to pay back a loan. We don't have enough money, so I'm gonna take another loan. 3, please.
So in true
Yeah.
financial wizardry
3.
fashion, you are taking a loan.
No. I take 2.
Pay off your loan.
I take 2. And yes, I can do 2 loans plus court size, so I can do 3 right now. So I took 2. Now I'm gonna pay back 3, and I have 1 money left. I'm golden.
So another battle
Don't worry.
in
they will
Riga,
Yeah,
Poland
let's go.
and Russia.
Let's go.
die. If they don't die.
They
All
die,
right,
they
I'm
die.
cheering for Poland here. I gotta be honest.
Qu'est-ce que c'est là? Ah ben.
Ah, fuck, hein.
Ben, un hit. Ok.
Tu spotted 2 gars, puis what the...
Yeah, no.
All right, so third production phase, and I decided to build a fort in Brandenburg to prevent that Danish expansion, which I'm very worried about, and also bought an infantry.
The Danes are untrustworthy.
Russia is very much in control of Riga.
Faudrait que ça soit elle.
Sweden is not doing great.
Fuck, mon gars dans ce coin-là. Il y a du monde riche dans ce coin.
Poland is fighting Russia on 2 fronts.
J'ai ma forteresse, man.
Correct.
Je peux rien faire contre eux.
And we have an understanding. So interesting things happening in the Baltics. All right, so this war turn, I took control of Gotland, moved somebody back into Königsberg, and then was able to finally take over Saxony and Pomerania. And Prussia is not doing as badly as Sweden, which is good. Sorry to stick the knife in, Richard.
We're gonna come back. We're coming back.
Building back stronger.
That's right.
All right, so that ended turn 3, and going into turn 4, we have a bit of a situation here with Russia now just controlling Kyiv from victory at the end of the turn. They've now controlled Riga. Almost all their national ambitions are fulfilled. How are you feeling about that, Guillaume?
I'm feeling great. I hope Eloi will suck in upcoming battles.
I always suck.
Mm.
And Poland. Poland.
Well, I tried to attack the Russians since the beginning. Nobody helped me, and see how it goes.
All right, so I think we have to all gang up
I'm
on
not
Russia
bitter
this
at
turn.
all. I'm
Not-
not bitter at all.
Not bitter at all.
No.
So halfway through the
Là, il
game,
coûte 3 piastres.
Ouais,
I
les
have to
gars,
admit,
ça, c'est deux, mais les forteresses,
we've really not been paying too much attention to the terror from the east. So now I'm in a position where, even though my win conditions are that I need to try and hold my capital provinces, right now Russia is just one province away from automatic victory. So basically I have to abandon my own goals and loan Poland some money just so he can have a defense of his province. So the game really is throwing some stuff at you, and even though I was formerly a vassal state of Poland, now Poland and I are going to become good friends. All right, so production phase. I bought this very handy Frederick III Dramatis Personae card. I added another cavalry to Königsberg, and I built a workshop in Gotland. Hopefully, Russia does not kill us all. So, going into round 6, things are looking tense. Denmark is only one Stockholm away from victory. Russia is only one Kiev away from victory, and as you can see, they're right on the border. That situation in Stockholm looks very promising for Denmark. Sweden, of course, is going to fix it, he says. Poland is looking very glum.
Very spread out and not much room.
And for me,
I'm gonna get back.
I have a bit of a chance to hold my provinces. I just put a fortress there in Pomerania. If I can get 2 more DP cards, I can fulfill my national ambition, but it's going to be tight. We have to stop. I think Denmark is probably the most likely to win on this turn, although Russia has an equal chance. It's going to be interesting. Richard, you just didn't pay your second loan.
Yeah.
What's the thought process here?
Defaulting on the second loan. I mean, I'm losing anyway. So at this point, I might as well keep the money to do something interesting. The bankers don't need the money. They have plenty.
Yeah.
What do they want my money for, you know? So yeah, I was already at the bottom of the track. Now I'm even more at the bottom of the track, keeping the Desperate Time card for the next turn as well, and till the end of the game, I presume. So, hey, I'm going to be rolling in the dough at the end of this.
Yeah, F the bankers, right?
That's okay.
So in one of the craziest deals I think I've ever seen,
Yeah.
Poland just traded the middle of his country to Sweden for 2 sailors who literally no Swedish connection at all. And
What do you
Sweden,
mean? Historically Swedish.
Yeah.
Always has
the middle of Poland is now Swedish.
Feeling
Feeling very confident right now.
He is.
Russia's feeling very confident right now, but our Swedish friend has something up his sleeve.
Yeah, so because I have the Desperate Times, I'm buying a card for 2 monies here. Buying a leader. This is Pozarski, who's showing up in my home territory to help defend. And I treat all misses as hits. All blank misses as hits.
Oh, this could be good.
So yeah, you're not taking Stockholm, my friend.
I have John Bolton. So
I don't care.
and Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton? I love his music. Well, I'm 1 card away from fulfilling my national ambition. And I've strengthened my hold of Pomerania, but Denmark is really, really close to winning, as is Russia. Sweden, though, has now established a foothold in the middle of Poland for some reason. So Poland is coming right in to Königsberg. So Königsberg is under a sneak attack from Poland. A massive, massive Polish force has landed.
Those guys.
I did not anticipate this. This is potentially for the game if he can hold it. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, this is my roll. 2 hits. That's not what I actually wanted.
I missed the one white
Il y en a
dice.
pas de 4, je pense.
No, il y en a juste.
It's just 3 dice.
Don't have enough.
Ouais,
That
yeah,
game does
nobody-
not provide enough.
Nobody anticipated an attack this big.
Ouais, mais pas souvent qu'ils vont en avoir plus.
2 hits.
Two hits.
That's
You
enough.
That's enough.
Oh la la la.
Oh
So
boy.
you lose, je laisse mon bateau
And
là.
this,
hein.
my friends, is why you never trust a pole. My capital is now occupied by an almost immovable force, which really takes away my win conditions. And his win condition with his Charles card allows him
Sigmund 3, actually.
oh Sigmund 3. Sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is not good for the rest of the table. A very sneaky Polish play, actually pretty wonderful. So Stockholm has finally fallen to the Danes. An orange wave here,
Pozarski
a
did not
Polish
happen.
wave here, and a Russian wave here, and poor Sweden and poor Prussia looking very, very unlikely to do much else.
No, yeah, no.
We're going to take out the extremely desperate time.
You can keep it.
Very desperate times indeed.
I can still move my boat, huh? So
Very important moment here. Despite no longer having any military worth anything, I am the decider of the military hegemony between Poland and Denmark. And the person who has it probably wins the game. So I'm waiting for offers. Gentlemen, I am waiting for your offers. After holding out for some good deal, I got
we can all do at the same time.
one measly thaler to make Poland the military hegemon after they just stabbed me in the back. So really,
You have more your money than your honor.
the leverage was not great in that situation.
C'est le dernier tour.
So I'm not sure the game designer saw anything like this in playtesting. We'll have to ask him. But Sweden has basically stayed in the game despite minuses in all their tracks and a board state that looks pretty much like. Oh wait, sorry, he does have one province. Right there.
He's going to build a fortress there.
Of course, not going much better for Prussia. Losing the capital means I have no chance of doing anything for the rest of the game. So we'll have a naval battle first.
Oh, I'll dare you.
And I've got my blue dice right here.
Go
Greg.
for it, Vlad. Maybe a hit.
Yes.
Nothing, Jerry.
I'm going to send these both in there. I'm going to pay one
Why?
just to
So
spite
like-
you. Right, so just to get back at Poland, even though I don't know if it's going to change much, I've moved troops into Warsaw, Małopolska, Wielkopolska, and now going after
Wow.
Danzig as well. That's a cavalry and an infantry against a fortress. If I take it and I could hold it for a whole turn, I would win on my new national ambition card.
Wow.
So Denmark has achieved his national ambition of controlling Copenhagen, Scania, Stockholm. Poland has won its new national ambition of taking the capital of one province, mine. Way to go.
Yes.
And Sweden.
I have Polesia.
Sweden has relocated.
And I told him
And-
Politaskota.
Prussian troops are all over Poland, but unfortunately not where it counts. So at the end of the game, we declare the winner to be the great and proud country of Denmark. Way to go, Greg.
Norway. I'm not a crook.
Bit of a crook.
Good game. Good game.
Well, it's a great faction. It's fun. It's very military, but again, the sneakiest win.
Like said, the Russia, you need to be sneaky to be a bit fun, I guess, in the game. I find it was really one way of playing at the beginning. The Russia was had to take care of the Russian, and it was really hard because he had just like meat of soldier throwing me, and I kept going down and going up and going down, and think I could get your capital with a new victory. So no, it was fun. It's very simple, elegant way of fighting. I find Poland is a bit disconnect from Swedish and Denmark, like with the Russian. It's like if the map is really cut in half, and it's hard to interact. I really felt like they had like two teams and Prussia like between both. But it's a very nice game.
And so basically, your path to victory traditionally would not have happened, but you did pick up that card that allowed
Yeah,
you to.
yeah, it was a game saver, but fun game.
Sweden didn't go your way today, but
Oh my god.
You know,
you hung in there. You made some wild card moves. Your critique of
yeah.
the game and ended up playing Sweden.
Definitely could have gone better. If I had made some better rolls, that would have helped. I also, lost my ship on my first turn, which I was very sad about. I bought a card that would make ships cheaper, and I only was able to actually use it once or twice. Really, the handicap that Sweden has is we only have one city, so only one income of money in the game. Really made it hard. I tried to go after Pomerania to try to get something there, but my boat got sunk, so nothing happened there. That I think the key for me is go after Scania right away or Riga right away before the Russians get there. I think those are the only options I have really. A lot of military at the beginning, but they didn't. Yeah, they just all died. So yeah, I was disappointed in our soldiers' performance, but at least they all died. So they got their punishment. No, it's definitely fun. I like how it's simple, the economy and everything. The count, like all the this is very procedural. Like the steps, all of that is very good. So no, overall a very fun game, and I'd like to try the other scenarios for 2 or 3 or 4 players. Yeah.
And the winner, Denmark. You must have good critique of the game, being that you manage everything to go your way again.
Fantastic game. No, I feel like Denmark has the ability probably to turtle a bit. I got some early success military, and I was able to get a lot of money from the strait of
Yeah.
controlling commerce. Will really help. So good early success militarily. The fortress helped me. Being able to control the water also means that I only have to fight against Sweden, and my goal at start was to potentially go towards a bit south to go towards Hamburg, Hanover, those places, Bremen, to get the easy money where that's far away from everybody. But I had to adapt, and I think everybody has to adapt to whatever other people are doing. Of course, you want to go for production, want to go for money, and all of that, and you want to keep your guy in good health. But yeah, sometimes you need to do those kamikaze attack just to kill people from the other team. To lower your upkeep at some point. Sometimes you're happy to lose troop just to lower your upkeep, or to make sure that the other player doesn't have any production or anything like that. I would see the another game being very different based on the first turn. If the first turn goes slightly different, Sweden keeps some of his troops. It's more of a Cold War. Not much is happening in the cold part of the map, and maybe it's more trade focused for both Denmark and Sweden, more than military focus, and maybe that changes the game tremendously. So I would totally replay to see the different dynamic, and very very pretty game as well. Very yeah, good times, and yeah, find good people to play with the game with, and you're gonna have a great time for sure.
So that's a wrap on Baltic Empires. And right off the bat, I have to say, I agree with the boys. It is a fun game. It is very dynamic. A lot happens right from the get go. I saw on turn one in our playthrough, military conflict was happening all over the board. We were all getting right into the thick of it. And you just have a board state that's changing and a lot of units that are being destroyed. Definitely a game that brings out that sort of mean streak in people. So if you're playing with people you don't know, maybe that moderates it and becomes more of a trading and negotiation game. But in our playthrough, and I think the right way to play is just go ultra aggressive. And you saw that that was rewarded. Definitely a lot of backstabbing as well, which, as you saw to my detriment, really prevented me from sneaking up to a win. In terms of the overall game, the art is sometimes called a distraction, and you could see that there's some parts of the map which are a little hard to read, like the religious differences and how your power has a certain religion, and if there's an area that you're trying to produce in with a different religion, it costs more, which is a great mechanic, but it does create a bit of confusion when it's harder to see those icons on the map. And definitely the hegemony track, which we use, the fancy side, there is a simpler side, which I think most people are probably using, but the fancy side is just so nice. So we tried to use it. And with one person running it and making sure that it was being tracked accurately, it became pretty much second nature by turn two. But, I've heard some criticisms there on one thing that's just fantastic though is these player aids, and the player aids which show basically everything that you need to know right from the phases of the game, your powers, special abilities and modifiers, what each thing costs to produce, what your requirements are for different dramatis personae cards, how many units you have on the map, and also what their costs are. And then even just more importantly, which is something I'm not seeing very often in any kind of game, the win conditions and national ambitions of each of your enemies. And I found that that was just such an easy way to track what was happening. And there's also, of course, an extended game side. We played the 8-round game. I think that that was more than enough for a first time. I mean, it did take about 5-6 hours, even with a break, to get through that. I think with more expert play, probably can get to about half an hour per round. But for us, taking our time, having great table talk, and a lot of dynamic action, I think that our time frame was really good for a first time. Just on the history of the game itself, the era is well represented in terms of the map and the sort of artwork. Definitely the dramatis personae add a bit of historical flavor, but it's not a game that's really sort of inserting you into the era and giving you that simulationist feel. One other thing is on the rules. I mean, it is an easier game in terms of that sort of conquest and negotiation type game that GMT produces. Really quite easy to follow the rules, and great player aids as well. I mean, 2 sides, and that's basically all the rules you need for the game. So just a fun, dynamic game on the whole. I think that my experience playing the Prussians, you do really kind of have to play that middleman, and it can become a bit challenging at times to see where all the different attacks could come from. I really missed the danger of Poland coming in and taking my capital, but me trying to make sure the Russians couldn't win, trying to make sure the Danes couldn't win, it just became a lot of balls in the air and difficult to juggle. And at the end, I couldn't really prevent Denmark from doing what they did. I tried my best, but in the end, Sweden and I just kind of sat on the sidelines and watched Russia, Denmark, Norway, and Poland, Lithuania sort of go after each other for the final result. So on the whole, just an excellent all day of gaming, something that we'll definitely get to the table again. I think that it's a great product. It's a beautiful production, like I said, a wonderful diplomacy style game. And I'd give it an 8 on my scale, and I definitely want to see it played again. So great job, Brian Asklov, on this game, and I look forward to your next games. And yeah, thanks for watching.